I'm kind of curious, can I hit an old one? I don't even know where to start. Well, that goes to show you the old swing is always there. Welcome to episode 3 of Golf Bootcamp, where we're going to take what we learned in episode 2 about my swing and what we talked about in episode 1 about the general golf swing, and now related to all the clubs in the bag. If you're like me, driver is the most elusive, mesmerizing club that ever existed. I think before Dana, I even owned any clubs. I think I'd owned like 2 or 3 drivers.
With the driver, we don't want to inherently hit down on it. So what we want to do in order to hit up on the ball, we're going to move the ball position further up in our stance. One thing that's interesting about a driver is when you hit up on a driver, the direction of your swing starts moving to the left.
Okay.
Which means the path starts moving more to the left. So it's real important that if I hit up on a ball, I have to adjust where my aim goes.
Oh, so you're sort of hitting a pull.
Yes.
But it's not.
Let's take our setup, okay? Just for feel. All right, so that would be right about left shoulder right here. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to drop your right foot back just a couple inches. There we go, perfect. So now what you've created is a rightward shift in your alignment to accommodate the upward hit into the golf ball, which will create a net zero. The more that you hit up on a ball, it's more advantageous for a lower swing speed. As an example, if you're a Champions Tour player or an LPGA Tour player, you're probably not swinging 113 miles per hour like the average tour player. So they're gonna hit more up on a ball. And the average on the Senior Tour or Champions Tour is about 4 degrees up.
Wow.
Yeah, and LPGA is also about 4 degrees up.
What's PGA Tour?
PGA Tour is about 0 to 1 down.
Whoa.
Just because of speed.
They don't need it.
They don't need to do it. Because your swing direction is going right on radar, we now know that you can start playing the ball more forward to create a net zero.
For this shot, in order to hit right center to center of the fairway, you're almost gonna aim right edge.
Yep, correct.
Oh, let's hit some balls. I'm looking at the left edge of this bunker here. Then I line up, feel pretty good there, little open club face, and then you're basically saying,
just drop the right foot back.
Right foot back and kind of move the right shoulder back.
Yep. One of the straightest drives I've ever hit.
That's good. Very high.
Now you're so much shallower into a golf ball and you're hitting a 10-5 driver. Now remember, your old swing was down and across, you needed more loft.
I had a much lower ball flight because I was coming over the top a little bit.
Right, and hitting down on it. So now you're hitting these rockets.
Immediately, we've taken the new swing, if you will.
Yep.
Applied it to the driver.
Yep.
Already very successful. It's so crazy to see that ball travel left. So right on the front, club face open, drop that right one. That was the best drive of the day. It was a little bit off the bottom of the club.
So you need to get refit for a driver.
Literally changed 2 things, didn't really even look at the swing. Literally changed a little bit of body movement, a little bit of weight. Now we need a new driver.
Well, just because you're hitting more up on the ball and out.
That is fascinating. Is that common? One of my main things was early on, rather than get a lesson, I would rather go get a new club. And the irony is that you're investing in bad science. Not that the club is bad science, but you're investing in a bad habit. Luckily, every drive we just hit from the tee box landed right by the sprinkler head at 180.
A little into the wind, a little cold.
New 6-iron distance might make it there. Am I thinking anything different than I was thinking on the practice tee?
No. So we kind of do the same thing we did on the tee box. We have our club face is going to start the ball, right? So where you're going to aim the face. So knowing what you know now, what are you seeing here?
I'm seeing right edge of the green. And I'm not incorporating any trouble. Like the course management we're going to do next episode, where we're going to break down the miss, playing your miss. Don't even care about that right now. See, I'm just looking at right edge of the green. It's gonna just land a little left. So would you aim your feet at the flag and the club face at the right edge of the green?
So aim your club face at where you want to start.
Okay. Right edge of the green.
Okay, go ahead and just aim your feet parallel to that.
Ball a little above my feet.
Notice that started right of where you're aiming and ended up where you're aiming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that good or bad?
Totally fine. Yeah.
The last part of the delivering this swing, would you call it a swing change?
Yeah, it's a swing refinement.
Refinement. You sound like a sommelier. Last part of it is going into the wedge. Pitching wedge, we got 130 the pin, a little into the wind.
Yep.
It's a bit for me.
Okay.
So I feel like now maybe this gets there.
Yep.
What am I thinking about differently for this shot?
Nothing different, just the setup. So take your setup to the first ball. I want to show you something. So we're just going to aim the face right at that pin on this shot. Okay, and then once you do that, to just line up completely square to it. Now the only adjustment you're going to make is you're going to aim your feet about 5 degrees to the left. The shorter the club gets, okay, closer you get to a wedge, the more angle of attack or more down you start hitting into a golf ball.
Sure.
So that inherently brings a rightward swing direction into the ball, or path, not swing direction, but path. Correct, and out, just because of that. So in order to take that out of there, you got to aim a little bit left with your feet without moving the face.
It got there. Whoa, that's crazy. That is just sailing up there.
That went over the green.
Also interesting takeaway here is very shallow.
Still shallow.
No divot there on a pitching wedge, which is kind of unusual for me. No divots for old men. Great film, Coen Brothers, one of my favorites. This is fascinating. So I almost don't need to take a full swing now.
Nope. Ooh.
That's still deep. Even deeper? Immediately, pitching wedge is 8% longer, which is good, right? You want lower clubs further away, you get more accuracy.
Yeah, but you need to practice and get your numbers.
Yeah. All right, so how do we close out this episode?
Just understanding that your golf swing's not changing, it's just your alignment. Like the number one thing I see is guys can't hit a 4-iron, but they can hit a 9-iron. Well, it's because of loft. When you start getting to a 4-iron or a 3-iron, they try to help it. They don't have the right procedure. This kind of teaches people like, oh, for me to hit a ball in the air with a driver, I have to do this, or have understanding to do it. Whereas a short iron, it's not the same as far as the procedure, but the swing's the same.
This is exciting for me because now we're going to get into episode 4, which is not this episode, it's coming next. And then we're going to break down. I'm so excited to play my miss.
Yeah.
Because that is fun for me. And the problem is that I either work on my swing and I don't play around, I don't practice, and the concept of, well, you know what, we'll save it for the next episode.